topic is the reason there is suffering and evil in the world.
呢個題目就係話世上存在苦難同埋罪惡嘅原因。
How many of you were at our YMCA meetings last month?
上個月邊個去過我哋 YMCA 嘅聚會咧？
Those of you who raised your hands, you may have heard me talk about this at that time.
嗰次咧我就係講到可能今晚你會再聽翻上次我分享嘅。
I apologize ahead of time because you'll hear something familiar.
我就抱歉要同你講對唔住，可能你會重複聽翻你之前聽過嘅內容。
If you choose to fall asleep, just don't do it. Don't snore too loud.
咁如果你決定要瞓覺，就唔該你唔好打鼻鼾聲咁大咯。
But I do promise you that we have a couple of interesting insights that I did not share at the YMCA.
但我話俾你聽，喺 YMCA 嗰度有啲嘅特別嘅一啲嘅議題咧，我之前係冇講到。
You want to be awake to catch that.
希望你咧能夠醒啲嚇，可以聽到所有嘅一啲嘅道理。
Where is God when bad things happen?
當壞事發生嘅時候，上帝喺邊啊？
For example, when children grow or are born with terrible diseases,
正如有啲小孩子一出世咧就有疾病啊、殘疾。
or when they are deformed, they have a physical deformation or something missing in their head.
或者佢哋係有啲殘疾啦，可能個頭部啊缺咗某個肢體啊等等各方面。
Sometimes babies began in a very bad way because their parents or the mother was a drug user.
好多時亦都係因為呢個父母係可能係酗酒啊、吸毒等等，令到 BB 一出世就殘疾啦。
And you wonder, well, that's not the fault of the child, and he already begins with a great disadvantage in the world.
咁咪好唔公平！一出世嗰陣時已經係咁樣啦，完全唔關佢事喎。
Or you may have heard about incidents where there is a collision on the road or in the highway.
或者喺超速公路裏邊有啲個撞車意外啊。
One person who is drunk clashes or collides with another car with 4 people.
有一個可能飲醉酒嘅人咧，佢撞到另外一個車裏邊4個人啊。
The 4 people die.
4個人咧都全部死亡。
But the person who hit them lives.
但係嗰個撞人嗰個咧，佢就冇死到喎。
And people scratch your heads and says, "Where is God with all this?"
哇！咁嘅事情發生，上帝喺邊啫？
This is unfair.
唔公平。
This is unjust.
唔公義。
Why do people need to suffer about so many of these things?
點解有咁多嘅事係要令到人受苦咧？
Now we all recognize that sometimes we pay the consequences for our own actions.
當然啦，我哋知道有陣時我哋做啲唔好嘅事，我哋係自取其果啦。
If I smoke a lot, I may develop lung cancer, and that's because I smoked.
如果我成日吸煙嘅話，我自然就可能會有呢個肺癌。
But many times you may have to pay the consequences from somebody else doing something wrong.
問題好多時人哋做啲唔好嘢咧，就問題你就食其壞果啦。
Well, Buddhism and other philosophies have tried to explain this through the medium of reincarnation. This is how we can solve that problem.
呢個佛教或者其他宗教話咁啦，你係循迴咁樣再生，咁去解決問題咯。
We start over again.
你係輪迴咁樣啊嘛，再嚟過
We
開始過。
atone for our mistakes in the past, and we get better as our lives continue.
當我哋係改善我哋過去行為嘅時候，我哋生命咧慢慢就升級啦。
But when you think about it, it still doesn't make a lot of sense that bad things would happen to good people.
但係就係咁樣，我哋都覺得好唔明白，點解好人就有壞事發生呢？
Or that good things would happen to bad people.
而壞人咧，佢有好結果喎。
For example, a drug dealer ends up winning the lottery.
你諗下啦，呢個罪犯，呢個係賣毒品嘅，
So he's doing damage to other people, and on top of that, he gets a lot of money.
佢唔淨止咁喎，佢仲贏咗啲嘅彩金啊等等，哇！佢越嚟越有錢喎。
Why didn't a poor person get the lottery?
點解唔係一個窮人可以贏到彩票咧？
Those things seem unexplainable to us.
真係冇辦法解釋啊！
And the question is always raised, if God is so good and powerful, why is there evil in the world?
問題就係，如果上帝係良善同埋有能力，點解世界上有咁多個罪惡咧
fortunately, Jesus addressed this issue.
我哋好感恩呢，就係主耶穌基督已經針對呢個問題有解
He
答。
gave a parable in Matthew 13, the parable of the wheat and the tares.
喺馬太13章裏邊講到個比喻，就小麥同埋稗子。
And he told the story that servants sowed the field, good seed, wheat seed.
呢個僕人呢，就點樣？佢係撒一啲好嘅種子啊，小麥啊。
But that somehow, after some time, there appeared to be weeds or tares.
但係一段日子之後，發覺啲稗子啊生埋出嚟啦。
And the servants came to the owner and said, "What should we do about this?"
僕人就話：哎呀，主人啊，點辦啊？
Let's read about it in verse 27.
第27節咁講。
So the servants of the owner came and said to him, "Sir, did you not sow good seed in your field? How does it have tares?"
地主的僕人進前來對他說：主人，你不是撒好種在田裏嗎？哪裏來的雜草呢？
And he said to them, "An enemy has done this."
主人就回答他們：這是仇敵做的。
The servant said to him, "Do you want us then to go and gather them up?"
僕人對他說：你要我們去拔掉嗎？
But he said, "No, lest while you gather up the tares, you also uproot the wheat with them."
主人說：不必，恐怕你拔雜草，也把麥子連根拔出來。
Let both grow together until the harvest.
佢等這兩樣一起長，等到收割。
And at that time of the harvest, I will say to the reapers, "First gather together the tares and bind them in bundles to burn them, and gather the wheat into my barn."
當收割的時候，我會對收割的人說：先把雜草拔出來，捆成捆，留着燒，把麥子收在我的倉裏。
So Jesus gave two very important points about something that should not be.
耶穌基督就解釋咗兩樣唔合理嘅事情，有點樣情況處理呢？
He says, when you see things that do not make sense, recognize that an enemy has done this.
記住見到一啲唔合理嘅事，呢個係仇敵做嘅。
A few verses later in the story, he explains who the enemy is.
跟住耶穌基督就解釋啦，呢一個嘅仇敵就係撒旦啦。
He says the enemy who sowed them is the devil.
佢話撒雜草的仇敵就是魔鬼。
And then he says the harvest is the end of the age.
收割的時候就是世代的終結。
And that's the second important thing he said.
第二樣嘢重要嘅，耶穌提到，
An enemy is responsible.
我知道呢個係撒旦應該要負責嘅。
In other words, this has come from outside. It's not necessarily from us or from God.
咁記住啦，呢一切係外在嘅，唔係因為我哋或者係上帝而導致咁困難出
And
嚟。
secondly, he said, it will be resolved at the time of the harvest, not now.
第二點咧就係話，將來喺收割嘅時候會就解決啦，被火焚燒，唔係而家解決。
I don't know about you, but that puts my mind at ease.
咁呢個我唔知你點諗啦，對於我嚟講咧，我覺得比較舒服啲啊。
Because according to Jesus, I should not expect things to be fair in this world.
正如耶穌咁講嘅話，喺呢個地球上你唔可以期望，唔需要期望係公平嘅世界。
So stop getting anxious about that,
你就
knowing that it will be solved, but it will not be solved now.
所以你就唔好太介懷啦。你知道遲早就解決，不過唔係而家。
It will be solved at the time of the harvest or at the end of the world.
即係話收割嘅時候，就係末日嘅時候就會解決呢個問題。
How did this get started?
點開始㗎？
In Revelation 12, we find the origins of evil.
我哋睇到啦，呢個罪惡嘅開始就係啟示錄12章第7節。
It says a war broke out in heaven.
佢話天上發生了爭戰。
Michael and his angels fought with the dragon, and the dragon and his angels fought, but they did not prevail, nor was a place found for them in heaven any longer.
米迦勒同他的使者與龍作戰，龍同他的使者也起來應戰，他們都打敗了，天上再沒有他們的地方。
The word prevail in English is a very interesting word.
呢一個字就話
Evidently, this was not a battle with weapons or anything. This was a battle of ideas.
嗱，呢個應戰呢，就英文咁講啦，應戰就唔係代表真係肉體上面係交戰，而係一啲嘅思想上面睇法嘅一啲嘅爭戰。
And the dragon or Satan's ideas did not prevail, did not win over.
而呢一個嘅撒旦同佢使者咧，佢哋冇贏到呢一場仗。
So what happened? What happened
結果？
is found in verse 9.
我哋睇到啦第9節就見到個結果咯喎。
So the great dragon was cast out, that serpent of old, called the devil and Satan, who deceives the whole world. He was cast to the earth, and his angels were cast out with him.
結果大龍就是那古蛇，他被摔在地上，名叫魔鬼，又叫撒旦，是迷惑普天下的。他被摔在地上，他的使者也一同被摔下去。
Evidently, the angels of heaven had had enough of these ideas.
咁睇嚟咧，就係話當時嘅天庭裏邊咧，佢收到呢個資訊已經收到好足夠啦。
They had made up their minds that Satan was wrong in what he was proposing.
佢哋就見到原來撒旦佢所建議嘅嘢係唔啱嘅。
And since Satan was not going to change, then he was cast out.
既然佢都唔會變嘅啦，咁於是佢被摔在地上啦。
It is interesting that he was not destroyed,
但問題就好奇怪，佢冇被毀滅喎。
which means we need to keep following this story.
就係話我哋繼續追住呢個故事嘅發展啦。
According to the verses we read, Satan is the dragon, the old serpent.
呢個故事就講到撒旦就是那龍同埋古蛇。
When you really think about it, a dragon is nothing more than a fully grown, developed, and more corrupt serpent.
咁你諗下啦，其實呢一個龍咧就係一個非常之艱巨、好老成、好多經驗嘅古
It's
蛇。
just a bigger, meaner serpent. That's
佢即
all.
係話呢一個龍咧就變成古蛇係越嚟越兇惡殘
But
忍啦。
here's a question we did not deal with in the past. Who is Michael?
我哋上次冇提到啦，究竟米迦勒係邊一位咧？
And we're going to discover who Michael is by doing a bit of good Bible study.
咁我哋就要咁樣研究啦，我哋就要睇睇聖經裏邊點樣講到呢一位米
I
迦勒。
want you to follow me closely. It's not that important to solve this question, but it is important to know how to study the Bible.
我哋研究呢個米迦勒唔係咁重要，對今晚嘅主題講，而係我哋教大家點樣去研究聖經先重要。
The word Michael appears 5 times in the Bible, only 5 times.
喺聖經裏邊只係提過5次呢個米迦勒，
3 of those times are in the book of Daniel,
3次喺但以理書度提到，
and 1 time in the book of Revelation.
有一次就喺啟示錄。
Remember the first night I said that Daniel and Revelation were companion books?
記唔記得啦？我第一晚講到但以理同埋啟示錄咧，就好似兄弟嘅書卷啦。
Both of those books are books that present great conflicts between good and evil.
裏邊咧都係提到呢個善同埋惡一個好大嘅鬥爭。
The 4th time it shows in the book of Jude, which also is a book that shows a lot of conflict between good and evil.
跟住第4次就喺猶大書度講到，亦都係講到呢善同埋惡有好大嘅鬥爭啊。
So here's the first time in Daniel 10:13.
第一次提到咧就喺但以理10章13
And
節，
Michael is described as one of the chief
而
princes.
呢個米迦勒裏邊咧就話大軍中的一位啦。
A few verses later, in the same chapter, Michael is described as your prince.
跟住遲幾頁之後咧，就米迦勒就被形容被稱呼為你們的大軍，
That would be Daniel's prince.
呢個就係但以理嘅大軍啊嘛。
Now, the angel could not have meant that it was one of the Babylonian princes.
嗱，記住啦，呢一個嘅天使冇可能做一個大軍嘅。
Remember, Daniel lived in Babylon. He was a captive there.
你記住，當時但以理係一個俘虜嚟嘅。
He must have referred to God himself, to your prince. In other words, the one you follow, which is God. Daniel was very, very faithful to God.
嗱，呢度我哋記住啦，但以理係一個好忠心嘅人。呢度講嘅大軍就係指但以理嘅神啊。
2 chapters later, in Daniel 12, Michael is described as the great prince.
兩章之後，佢哋被稱為大領袖。
So you see a little progression here. One of the chief princes, your prince, the great prince.
你睇住啦，佢慢慢係加強嗰個重要地位。開頭就話大軍嘅一位，跟住話你們啲大軍，跟住話大領袖喎。
So it seems to get clearer and clearer.
越嚟越清楚佢嘅身份係乜嘢。
In the book of Jude, finally, is the expression the archangel.
係猶大書裏邊就話講到佢係天使長。
Many people know Michael as the archangel.
有好多人咧，佢哋知道係耶穌基督就
But
係一
it's
個
only-
天使長。
It is only mentioned here and in 1 Thessalonians also.
喺帖撒羅尼迦前書亦都係咁樣稱為天使長。
And finally, Revelation 12, Michael and his angels fought against the dragon.
最後啟示裏邊就提到米迦勒同他的使者與龍作戰。
So let's look at this. 4 of these are descriptions of who Michael is.
頭4個咧就係介紹到佢係邊位。
And one of them says, it's your prince.
有一個就話你嘅大
Another one
軍
says,
中一位，
another one says it is the great prince.
另外一個就話大領袖，
And another one says it is the archangel.
另外一個就形容米迦勒係天使長。
Now, let's take one of those descriptions. Michael, your prince.
我哋攞其中一個例子係研究下米迦勒你們的君王。
Remember the principle we learned the first night that we need to let the Bible explain the Bible.
記得我哋當時講過嘅話，我哋點樣研究聖經咧？係以聖經嚟解釋聖經
Do
啊嘛。
we have any other reference in the Bible about your prince or the prince?
我哋喺聖經裏面有冇其他地方形容米迦勒係你們的君王咧？
Yes, in the chapter before, in chapter Daniel 9, it mentions Messiah, the prince.
原來就喺但以理9章就早啲嘅時候就係話9章25節，佢彌賽亞那君王。
So it makes sense for the angel, when the angel says in the following chapter, your prince, that Daniel would think, Messiah is my
咁
prince.
跟住以後嘅章節裏邊講到話你的君王，咁就好自然讓我哋明白原來呢一個君王係指彌賽亞。
So according to Daniel, Michael the prince is Michael the Messiah.
咁但以理嚟講咧，大軍米迦勒就是係米迦勒嗰位彌賽亞啦。
But that's not all.
唔淨止係咁樣
The
喎。
Bible, it's good to study the Bible because we keep finding things that corroborate the truth of Scripture.
其實我哋研究聖經係好開心㗎，好多個得着就係話聖經越嚟越解釋裏邊嘅內容含義。
Here's the statement from 1 Thessalonians 4:16.
帖撒羅尼迦前書4章16節，
This is Paul speaking about the coming of Jesus.
呢個就耶穌講到耶穌基督翻嚟係保羅講到
He
嘅。
said, The Lord himself shall descend with the voice of the archangel, and the dead in Christ shall rise first.
天使長嘅呼聲一叫，主必親自從天降臨，那在基督裏死了的人必先復活。
Remember that in Jude, it said that Michael is the archangel.
記唔記得我哋猶大書就係點樣介紹到呢一位嘅彌賽耶穌基督咧，就係一個天使長。
And now Paul says that the archangel's voice will raise the dead.
而保羅喺呢度介紹到話，天使長嘅呼聲一叫，就會將死人叫佢復活啦。
So this couldn't have been simply an angel's voice because angels cannot raise the dead.
應該呢個唔係一個普通嘅天使啊嘛，天使點可以普通嘅天使叫死人復活咧？
Only God has the power to raise the dead.
只有上帝神先可以有能力。
Of course, sometimes prophets or apostles have raised the dead, but it is because of the power of God.
咁當然你話啊，聖經裏面有啲嘅使徒啊，佢哋叫死人復活，但呢全部因為上帝神嘅能力啊嘛。
Now let's hear what Jesus says about raising the dead.
我哋睇睇耶穌基督點樣講到死人復活啦。
He said in John 5, The hour is coming when the dead shall hear the voice of the Son of God.
啊，時候將到死人要聽上帝兒子的聲音喎。
In 1 Thessalonians, it is the voice of the archangel.
喺帖撒羅尼迦前書裏邊講到呢個聲音就係天使長啊嘛。
In John 5 is the voice of the Son.
而第5章約翰裏邊講到呢個聲音就係兒子的聲音喎。
Now it starts to make sense.
咁睇嚟咧更加明白啦。
According to Paul and Jesus, the voice of Michael the archangel is the voice of the Son of God.
根據保羅同埋呢一個耶穌基督形容就話呢一個嘅can you change？ Yes. Okay. 天使長米迦勒嘅聲音係指上帝兒子的聲音。
So now we have 3 Bible characters who ratify that Michael is really the Son of God. It's the Messiah.
喺3度地方已經解釋咗啦，呢一個彌賽亞亦都係稱天使長。
And one of them is Jesus himself.
一個咧就係耶穌基督，佢係咁樣稱自己。
Besides, the word Michael in Hebrew is the word Michael.
喺希伯來話裏邊咧，米迦勒嘅意思就係
It means like God or who is like God in a question mark.
呢一個咧就點樣啊？就係像上帝係誰像上帝呢個咁
Well,
嘅意思。
it makes sense to think of the Son of God being like God.
咁啊，當然我哋諗到咧，就上帝嘅兒子先可以像上帝啊嘛。
So many Christians believe that Michael is a super angel.
咁好多人咧以為呢個嘅米迦勒就係一個天使長。
Because they haven't spent the 10 minutes we just spent learning what the Bible actually
因為
says
佢冇
about it.
用另外多啲嘅時間，好似頭先我哋只用咗10分鐘嚟研究，原來耶穌基督唔係淨係天使長咁樣咁簡單一個單面嘅解釋。
But you may have another question. Why is the dragon, Satan, in heaven?
咁我又問喎，點解撒旦會喺天上咧？
Well, let's read about it in Ezekiel 28.
喺以西結書28章。
This is an oracle, a prophecy about Satan before he became evil.
就喺呢個撒旦佢未變惡天使嘅時候，呢個就對佢一啲嘅預言。
Actually, it shows the transition from being a good, perfect angel and then turning away from that.
佢哋將呢一個嘅好嘅天使點樣變喺過渡裏邊變成一個壞天使裏邊嘅情況解釋出嚟。
And God speaks in here. God is speaking in Ezekiel 28.
呢個就係上帝喺度咁講。
And he says, "You were the seal of perfection, full of wisdom and perfect in beauty."
佢話你曾是完美的典範，智慧充足，全然美麗。
You were in Eden, the garden of God. Every precious stone was your covering.
你在伊甸上喺園中佩戴各樣寶石。
Now, who do we know was in Eden, the garden of
我
God?
哋大家知道啦，過去有邊啲喺呢個伊甸園裏邊呢？
We know that Adam was there.
我哋知道亞當、
We know that Eve was there.
夏娃喺嗰度啦。
We know that God was
我哋
there.
知道上帝都喺嗰度喎。
And we know that the serpent was
我
there.
哋知道嗰條蛇都喺嗰度啊。
Okay. Now it makes sense because in Revelation, he's called the old serpent.
係啦，我哋真係更加明白，因為喺呢個啟示裏邊，佢就叫古蛇啊嘛。
And here God says that he was in the garden of
呢
God.
個上帝講得好清楚，佢喺伊甸園裏邊啊。
The workmanship of your timbrels and pipes, this is this part of your neck, your vocal cords. Your timbrels and pipes was prepared for you on the day you were created.
佢話你嘅寶石在黃金，有黃金的底座，手工精巧，都是在你受造之日預備的。呢個包括佢嘅喉線啊、聲線。
Notice, on the day you were created.
呢個就講到你被受造之日啊。
This is not Lucifer. Satan did not make himself.
呢個就唔係代表撒旦可以自己做自己出嚟喎。
He was not self-existent
佢
like
唔係
God.
佢唔係好似上帝自有永有啊嘛。
He was made like you and me
佢就
are
好似
made.
你同我都係受造嘅啫。
Verse 14, you were the anointed cherub who covers. I established you. You were in the holy mountain of God. You walked back and forth in the midst of fiery stones.
我指定你為受膏的基路伯，看守保護。你在上帝的聖山上往來如火的寶石中。
You were perfect in your ways from the day you were created until iniquity, until injustice was found in you.
你從受造之日起，行為正直，直到後來查出你的不義。
So the Bible doesn't explain specifically what happened to Lucifer, to Satan, but it says that something happened. Iniquity was found in him.
聖經冇解釋究竟係咩原因，但係佢就話到佢已經係有犯錯啦。
Let's review what we just learned from these few verses.
我哋一齊溫習下頭先講嘅幾個章節。
Satan was a perfect creation from the start, a perfect angel.
從一開始嘅時候，佢係一個完美嘅創造為天使，
He was magnificent.
佢係美麗完美嘅。
His vocal cords were specially made, probably for music.
佢嘅聲線咧係特別被做咗係愛嚟歌頌啊等等。
He was a covering cherub on God's mountain.
佢亦都喺上帝嘅山上面補咗啦，看守嘅一位基路伯。
In other words, he had the privilege that many other angels didn't have, which is to be in the very presence of God.
正如佢即係話代表佢唔係佢係比其他嘅天使更有特權，係見到同埋親近神嘅。
So he was an exalted angel.
佢係一個被高舉咗嘅天使嚟嘅。
In many ways, you could say he was an archangel. He was above the angels in some ways.
喺某個程度之上嚟講咧，佢係比其他嘅天使咧係更高一層。
Because there were two angels, only two angels, who were all the time in the presence of God.
只有兩位嘅天使咧，時時都喺神嘅面前出現啦。
And that is reflected in how the Ark of the Covenant was made.
呢個亦都喺呢一個嘅聖所裏邊嘅呢個嘅呢一個聖殿裏邊，佢哋
We're going to talk about that on Wednesday.
個施恩寶座裏邊咧，係喺佢哋出現。我哋星期三就會繼續講啦。
The Bible says that iniquity or wickedness, injustice was
喺
found
佢
in
身
him.
上面就發現咗罪惡不義，呢一個本嚟係睇住呢個恩
Even
典嘅。
though the Bible doesn't give a lot of specifics, it gives us strong hints as to how this angel became Satan.
喺上去約櫃，佢有呢一個嘅看守嘅機會。而呢個以西結書裏邊28章就講到發生
Verse
咩事啦。
17, your heart was lifted up because of your beauty. You corrupted your wisdom for the sake of your splendor.
佢話你因美麗，你心中高傲，因榮光而敗壞智慧。
Beauty and splendor.
呢一個講到佢又美麗又有榮光喎。
Beauty is external appearance.
美麗咧就喺外邊見到噶嘛。
Splendor has to do with ability and intelligence.
呢個榮光咧係代表你嘅能力，代表你嘅智慧。
Now think about it. Some women are very, very beautiful.
有啲女士們去諗諗啊，佢外表好美麗。
And when they really believe it, they get very, they start really thinking they are something special.
咁如果當相信自己真係美麗嘅時候，佢開始覺得，哎呀，我好特別喎。
So they're taking selfies all the time.
開始慢慢咧變成自私嘅。
Or they have an attitude of being more important than other girls or other women.
佢就會覺得我比其他女士們更加重要。
And people tell them that all the
咁
time.
亦都有人咧時時鼓勵佢有咁嘅諗法。
So they can easily turn that beauty inward and say, wow, I'm really something special.
有咁嘅傾向咧，佢慢慢就覺得自己好重要咧，佢慢慢開始有驕傲啦，好特
On the
別
other,
喎。
on the other hand, there are some men who are very, very capable, very talented.
另一方面咧，有啲男士佢好有才幹嘅。
And when they are, and they believe that, they also think that they're better than other people.
而佢哋都相信人哋嘅讚賞，佢會覺得自己係勝人一籌。
They turn that inwardly.
而慢慢咧，佢就係慢慢指向自己嘅自我中心啦。
Evidently, this angel was so special that he started looking at his attributes and falling in love with himself.
呢個天使咧睇嚟佢就開始越嚟越欣賞自己，慢慢咧佢就集中呢個注意力喺自己身上。
And saying, I'm really something, I'm really special.
哇！真係喎，我與別不同喎。
But God did not make the angels in order to become egotistical.
上帝唔係做天使讓佢哋變成自我中心噶嘛。
He has made all creatures in order to benefit and bless others.
上帝所做嘅生物都係為咗要幫忙同埋服侍其他嘅人。
But this is not because God has programmed that as we would program a robot.
上帝所做我哋就唔好似我哋要係限制呢一個嘅機械人去。
This is because everyone would have that choice of being a blessing to others and being deferential and think of others first.
上帝設計我哋，希望我哋能夠有呢個自由去選擇究竟會唔會去服侍他人。
But this angel began to start thinking of himself first.
但係呢個天使就開始乜嘢都掛住自己嘞噃。
And he started resenting God because maybe he did not get all the credit he thought he should get.
佢開始有少少唔中意上帝啦，好多時都冇啲乜嘢係要歸佢功勞喎。
He did not get all the attention he thought he should get.
佢又好似覺得好啊，有啲專注力都好似唔係擺喺我身上喎。
The book of Isaiah tells us more about this issue.
聖經裏邊以賽係講到更多關於呢件事啦。
How you are fallen from heaven, O Lucifer, son of the morning.
佢話明亮之星，早晨之子啊，你竟然從天墮落。
How you are cut down to the ground, you who weakened the nations.
呢隻攻敗列國的，你竟然被冚倒在地上。
Remember there was a question about whether God had made other worlds?
記唔記得我頭先有個問題就話上帝有冇做其他嘅宇宙啊？
You could read here other worlds right there in that verse.
嗱喺英文裏邊咧，佢見到其他地方啊，其他列國。
Weakening, the whole problem of sin not only affected us as human beings, it affected the entire universe.
其實我哋人嘅犯罪唔淨止係影響我哋呢個地球啊，亦都影響到其他嘅宇宙地方。
It made the rest of the universe vulnerable, weaker.
令到其他宇宙裏面生靈咧都有咁嘅，係令到佢更加容易有機會去敗壞啦。
Let's keep reading.
我哋繼續睇啦。
You have said in your heart, I will ascend into heaven. I will exalt my throne above the angels, above the stars of God.
佢話你心裏曾說，我要升到天上，我要高舉啲寶座在上帝啲眾星之上。
In the Bible, several places in the Bible, stars are symbols for angels.
喺聖經裏邊有好多處講到星星係代表天使。
Much like today, movie stars are called movie stars. We know they are not stars,
正如我哋
but
今
we
日
call
咧，
them that.
我哋今日有講嘅明星咧，其實唔係代表佢真係一顆星嚇。
Lucifer said, I will also sit on the mount of the congregation on the farthest sides of the north.
我要坐在會眾聚集的山上，在極北的地方。
Keep that in mind. Why does it say on the farthest sides of the north?
留意啦，點解要寫極北的地方咧？
What's there that Lucifer wants? Why does he want to sit there?
嗰度有咩咁特別咧？極北佢點解想坐喺嗰度啊？
We'll come back to that in a minute.
我哋稍後就會同大家解答。
In verse 14 it says, I will ascend above the heights of the clouds. I will be like the Most
佢話
High.
第14節，我要升到高雲之上，我要與至高者同等。
Oh, now we know what he's after.
你知道啦，佢追求係乜嘢啊？
He wants to be treated like God.
原來佢覺得自己要希望好似神咁樣被人對待啊！
I want to be like the Most High.
我要與至高者同等。
In other words, what is the major difference between God and every other creature?
其實諗下，我哋同神嘅最大嘅分別係乜嘢啊？
The fact that all creatures worship God.
我哋所有嘅生命，我哋都係敬拜上帝噶嘛。
All creatures pay homage to God.
我哋所有嘅都係尊崇上帝噶嘛。
So when he says, I'm going to be above all the angels, I want to be right up there.
佢話我要比眾天使都高，我要高高在上。
I want to be treated like the Most High.
我要與至高者同等咁被對待啊！
What he's saying is, I want worship like God has
即係意
worship.
思就話我要人哋敬拜我，好似敬拜神。
I want people to bow down before me like we bow down before him.
要我哋跪拜我，正如我哋跪拜神咁樣。
Wow. That's serious stuff.
哇！呢個係一個好嚴重嘅問題。
And that's happening in heaven.
呢個原來喺天上面發生咗。
Obviously, this did not happen probably did not happen in a period of 2-3 weeks.
當然呢件事唔係2-3個星期就形成咗啦。
They probably were years that went on, but the Bible doesn't say, doesn't give us a time factor.
聖經冇講到幾多年，但係我哋見到呢個係一個長時間發生嘅事啊。
Now let's examine this desire he had to be on the side of the north, on the place of the north.
我哋再解釋下點解佢咁想喺北邊嗰度坐住咧？
This is a picture of the tabernacle in the desert.
就喺沙漠裏邊一個會所嘅圖畫啦。
This was the precursor. This was what was before the temple in Jerusalem.
就喺耶路撒冷嘅未有聖殿嘅時候，就喺沙漠有個會所。
And this represented the throne room of God.
呢個就代表神嘅寶座嘅地方。
In fact, we read in Jeremiah 17, verse 12, a glorious high throne from the beginning is the place of our sanctuary.
佢話耶利米第17章就話：我們的聖所是榮耀的寶座，從太初就在高處。
When you read about this in the book of Exodus and in the book of Leviticus, you find something interesting.
嗱，你讀呢一個出埃及記同利未記嘅時候，你會覺得好特別嘅一啲嘅資料啦。
This is a picture of what the sanctuary would look like inside.
喺裏邊咧，我哋見到呢個會幕就係咁樣情況。
Where you see the priest is called the holy place.
你見到呢個就係一個至聖所嘅地方。
And behind that blue veil is the most holy place.
呢個就喺個聖所裏邊嚇，呢一個佢入到裏邊約櫃地方就叫至聖所。
That's where you find the Ark of the Covenant.
你就見到個約櫃啦。
It was such a sacred place, no one could enter there except for the high priest once a year only.
係咁神聖嘅地方，係只有大祭司一年一次先會入到去至聖所。
But what I have found interesting many years ago when I studied this is that there are three pieces of furniture who are always mentioned together.
我覺得好奇怪，我過去研究嘅時候，我發覺有3樣嘅物件咧，就喺嗰度面時時講埋一齊喎。
The Ark of the Covenant, the candlestick, and the table showbread.
呢個就係約櫃、燈台同埋供桌。
And so it made me wonder, why are they always mentioned together?
奇怪啦，點解時時3樣嘢一齊提埋咧？
What else in the Bible is mentioned as a triumvirate, as three together?
喺聖經裏邊有邊啲地方時提到有3樣一齊出現㗎？
Well, clearly, the Godhead is three in one, three together.
我哋知道咧，就係3位一體，就時時提到3。
And I started thinking, well, could that be true? Could that be true?
我諗下係咪真係代表3位一體咧？
In the Bible, we know that the table of showbread represents the Son of God.
我哋知道供桌咧喺聖經裏邊係代表上帝的兒子。
And Jesus corroborated that when he said in John 6, I am the bread of God.
約翰福音6章裏邊，耶穌基督
The bread of
就話：
life.
我是生命的糧。
And the candlestick represented the Holy Spirit.
而個燈台代表聖靈喎。
And we know that because in several parts of the Bible, the oil for the candles represent the Holy Spirit.
因為聖經裏邊有唔同嘅地方就講到呢個燈台裏面油代表聖靈啊嘛。
Now, the Bible does not tell us very clearly whether the ark would represent the Father.
當然聖經裏邊冇清楚指明約櫃代表天父，
But it is mentioned always together with these two other things.
但問題好多時佢哋時時睇到同燈台同埋供桌連埋一齊。
And then you look in the Bible again and you find that Moses was told how to place these furniture pieces exactly where they needed to go.
聖經裏邊咧時時提到摩西佢係被指派指示係點樣將呢3樣嘅係擺埋一齊。
The Ark of the Covenant needed to go in the west.
佢話約櫃咧就放喺西邊，
The candlestick needed to go in the south.
而燈台咧就要去向南。
And guess what?
跟住咧，
The table of showbread that represents the Son of God is supposed to be placed in the north.
而呢個供桌咧就係點樣啊？應該係被放置喺呢一個北邊啊。
What did we read in Isaiah 14?
我哋頭先讀到以賽亞書14章點講？
I want to be in the place of the north, he said.
佢就話撒旦話我要喺坐喺北邊嘅高位。
So Lucifer wanted the same place that the Son of God had.
原來路撒普佢就要有呢個聖子嘅呢個地位。
No wonder in Revelation 12, the great conflict was between him and the Son of God, Michael, not between him and the Father.
唔怪得聖經喺啟示錄12章裏邊講到個爭戰呢係同撒旦同埋呢個聖子啊。
Evidently, this became such an issue in heaven that there was a meeting that got called for.
因為咁嘅情況咧，有一次就喺天上有咁嘅集會。
So he called all the angels and perhaps even representatives from other worlds.
可能就會叫晒所有全天庭嘅天使咧，亦都可能包括其他宇宙嘅生靈。
And God made it very clear that the Son of God is God, even though, catch this, even though he looks like an angel.
呢度咧就上帝講到明啦，呢一個嘅聖子係神，雖然佢係某個程度係似呢一個天使。
It's like when Jesus came to this world.
即係耶穌基督嚟呢個地上，
What did he look like?
佢似乜嘢啊？似
Did he
邊
look
個？
like an angel?
佢似唔似天使咧？
No. Did he look like an animal?
似唔似個動物啊？
No.
似咩？
He looked like you and me. He looked like a human being.
佢就像人，好似你同我啊嘛。
And because of that, many people did not accept him as the Messiah.
因為係咁樣，好多人就唔接受佢係彌賽亞。
Because they expected him to be some wonderful, powerful being. And he was so humble and so common like everybody else.
佢諗住聖子係咪神啊？應該係好多嘅榮耀啊，行好多嘅神蹟啊，
So
但係太普通啦。
Previous to the time when Jesus became a human being and came to this world, evidently he looked like an angel, just like the rest of the angels.
咁即係可能係耶穌基督未降世為人嘅時候，佢可能某個程度係似咗呢個天使，係咪啊？
And Lucifer said, I am a magnificent angel.
但係路石普就話我一個好犀利、好威水嘅一個天使啊
And
嘛。
he's also an angel. Michael's also an angel.
你睇下佢聖子都係天使啫。
If we bow down to him, why don't they bow down to me?
佢可以跪拜買家啦，點解唔可以跪拜我
You
啊？
see? Let's read Hebrews.
我哋睇希伯來書。
This is what the Father established. For which of the angels did he, God, say, You are my son, today I have begotten you?
佢話上帝曾經對過哪一個天使説過：你是我的兒子，我今日生你個你。
What is the Father saying here?
呢度天父係點講咧？
He said, I have not called anyone else my son except for this one.
佢話我從來冇叫其他天使做兒子，除咗呢一位。
So he may look like he may look like an angel, but he is my son.
佢可能睇嚟似個天使，但事實佢係我嘅兒子。
And then he went on. Look in verse 6.
我哋睇第6節。
When he again brings the firstborn into the world, he says, Let the angels of God worship him.
再者，上帝引領他長子進入世界的時候説：上帝使者都要拜他。
So God the Father made it very clear.
天父講得好清楚喎。
If there's any confusion about this, the son is mine. Michael is my son. He is like me, and you all worship to him.
佢話：如果你有啲咩混亂，佢同你講清楚。米迦勒就係我兒子，個個都要好似敬拜佢，正如敬拜我。
All the angels should worship him.
個所有嘅使者都要拜他。
By that, he implied angels should not worship Lucifer or any other
即係
angel.
講到明啦，即係話所有其他天使唔應該拜路石普，應該
In
係拜
fact, we have
米
proof
迦
in the
勒。
Bible about that when sometimes prophets or apostles, when they see an angel, they bow down trying to worship him.
我哋見到聖經裏邊有提到呢嘅一啲嘅使徒啊、門徒，見到天使嘅時候會跪拜喎。
And the angels immediately say, No, don't worship God only.
佢話天使馬上話：你千祈唔好跪拜我，你只係跪拜上帝啫。
So the conflict was between Christ and Satan
所以個衝突係發生喺基督同埋撒旦之間，
from the very beginning.
就開始嘅時候就已經係咁啦。
There was jealousy on the part of Satan regarding the Son of God.
呢個就係見到撒旦係妒忌呢一個嘅聖子，
He was resentful of Michael's glory.
佢係唔希望見到榮耀。
He concluded that God's laws must not be fair.
佢話窒到呢個米迦勒嘅榮耀嘅上帝嘅法律一定唔公平。
He felt that he was owed worship like the Son of God.
佢應該好似聖子咁樣，應該好似佢咁樣係敬拜我啊嘛。
So he decided to trust his feelings rather than God's word and began to spread discontent.
於是佢決定信任佢自己嘅感覺，就唔係上帝嘅話。我開始傳播不滿。
How do you spread discontent in heaven?
咁你天國裏邊點樣傳播不滿法呢？
And how do we know that he spread discontent?
咁我哋又點樣知道佢傳播不滿啊？
Because Isaiah 28 tells us,
以賽亞28章就咁話俾我哋聽。
verse 16,
第16節，
By the abundance of your trading, you became filled with violence within and you sinned.
佢話你因貿易發達，暴力充斥其中，以致犯罪。
Those characters that are highlighted are very interesting characters.
你見到我哋重點係變成黃色係好重要嘅信息啊！
They're a translation from a very interesting Hebrew word.
就嚟自一個希伯來一個嘅解釋。
That Hebrew word is used also to represent slander.
而呢一個嘅貨物咧，亦代表係誹謗語言。
In other words, the trading is not simply used in terms of commercial trading.
我哋講到呢個貿易咧，就唔係商業上面作買賣咁簡單啫。
It is also used in terms of trading words,
亦都係包括你係買賣你嘅説話，
trading concepts,
就係
ideas.
係交換你一啲嘅睇法。
In other words, in the implication is that slander, when you start gossiping about somebody,
就係代表你如果係開始講嘅閒話嘅時候，
or when you start telling things that are not true about somebody,
或者你講一啲人哋唔正確佢事嘅時候，
that became Satan's business in heaven.
呢個就等於你喺天上面見到天使所做緊嘅呢種嘅貿易啦。
Here's an idea of how that could have happened.
我想象下，可能就喺天上面咁樣發生。
Let's say Lucifer was with a group of other angels in heaven.
咁我哋睇下啦，佢同其他嘅天使喺埋一齊喎。
And he could have said, have you heard that there is somebody here in heaven who is unhappy with God?
佢話：嘿，有冇聽到啊？好似我哋天上面有啲天使，好似唔係幾中意上帝喎。
And other angels might have said, oh, is that right?
咁其他天使就好詫異。
How could that be?
點解有可能嘅？
Well, yes.
係啊，
That's what I heard.
我聽到啊。
Now, would that imply a true statement or a false
咁
statement?
你話呢句説話講真嘢啊，定講假嘢？
You see how clever that is?
你睇下佢幾聰明
It is a
嘅。
true statement in the sense that somebody is unhappy in heaven. He is the one that's
咁
unhappy.
其實係講真嘅喎，真係天上面有啲人不滿喎。嗰個係邊個？佢自己咯。
But the implication is that there might be others, many others perhaps, that are unhappy.
但係含義裏邊即係話唔淨止佢啦，可能其他好多都不滿意啊。
And that's how a rumor begins.
呢個就係啲蜚言啦，就係咁開始傳開咯喎。
And that's how slander began.
呢就閒話開始傳播啦，
And it's like a snowball. It gets bigger and bigger and bigger.
就好似個雪球越滾越大，越滾越大。
And over time, you just don't know anymore what the truth is.
咁過咗一段時間，你都唔知真相係乜嘢一回事啊。
In the book of Romans, the Apostle Paul says, we know that the whole creation groans and labors with birth pangs together until now.
羅馬書裏邊就講到，我唔知道一切受造之物一同心人一齊忍受陣痛，直到如今。
In other words, this is the result of sin in this world.
哇！原來呢個就係罪惡令到呢個世界咁樣嘅後果啊！
And Paul says, even we ourselves groan within ourselves.
佢話保羅亦都咁講啊，甚至我哋自己內心都呻人。
And we know that all things work together for good to those who love God, to those who are called according to his purpose.
佢話我哋知道萬事都互相效力，叫愛上帝的人就是按他旨意被召的人。
In other words, Paul says, look, you are suffering now. You're in pain now. Things are unfair now.
保羅就咁話啦，你睇嚟而家你受緊苦喎，呢個世界都唔公平嘅。
You're groaning from the weight of it.
哇！
The whole world is groaning from the weight of it.
其實你見到啦，你唔淨止你係新人，成個世界都係新人緊啊！
But Paul says, I want to tell you, things will work out for good.
但保羅就話唔緊要，事情至終會變好嘅。
In other words, it doesn't feel this way, but you need to be patient. God will work it out.
冇錯，睇嚟表面都唔係咁，但係唔好擔心，上帝會改變呢一切。
The devil brought evil and suffering, but God will destroy both at the end.
撒旦會帶嚟魔鬼帶嚟邪惡同埋痛苦，但上帝會在最後將呢兩樣嘢摧毀。
And that's the message of hope today.
呢個就係今日嘅希望嘅信息。
He will destroy both the devil and suffering at the end.
上帝會最後係毀滅呢一個嘅撒旦同埋罪惡。
Now, here's a logical question many people ask.
嗱，另一個咧好似好有邏輯嘅問題，啲人成日
Since
問啦。
God knew about this angel going bad, why did he allow it?
既然上帝老咗就知路石普會犯錯啦，點解仲係容忍佢存在？
For years, I had university students ask me that question all the time.
我過去好多大學生咧，成日問我呢個咁嘅問題啊。
And they would even say, if I were God, I would never have created this creature.
甚至啲學生話：如果我係上帝，我肯定唔會創造呢啲生物啦。
And I was tempted to say, well, I'm glad you're not
於
God.
是我回答：好在你唔係上帝啫，
Because you probably don't know what you're doing.
可能你都唔知自己做緊乜啊。
Another question is, why not destroy this being right away when you see that it's turned bad?
另一個問題就話見到一啲嘅問題出現，點解唔即刻將佢摧毀？
Those two are very important questions we need to answer.
呢兩個問題好重要，我哋需要解答。
And the answer has to do with the foundation of God's government in the universe.
呢個就係同我哋上帝統治呢個宇宙裏邊嘅基礎係有關嘅。
Love is the foundation of God's rule in the universe.
原來喺宇宙裏邊，上帝統治嘅法則就係愛。
Self-sacrificing love.
呢個就係自我犧牲嘅愛。
Listen to 1 John. Beloved, let us love one another, for love is of God, and everyone who loves is born of God and knows God.
佢約翰一書話：親愛的，我們彼此相愛，因為愛是從上帝來的。凡有愛的都是從上帝而生，並且認識上帝。
In this is love, not that we loved God, but that He loved us and sent His Son to be the propitiation for our sins.
佢由此上呢愛就顯明了，不是我們愛上帝，而是上帝愛我們，差了他的兒子為我們的罪，作了贖罪祭。
And then in verse 8 he says, God is love.
跟住第8節話：上帝就是愛。
In other words, if you really want to know what love is, the apostle says, don't look at us.
佢話就話俾你聽，如果你真係想知道咩叫愛，唔好望我哋喎。
Don't look at, there are good examples of love among human beings,
冇
sure.
錯，我哋人類之間都有啲好嘅榜樣關於愛嘅，
A mother's love, a family member's love,
正如父母嘅愛啦，家庭之間
even
嘅
a
愛啦，
friend's love.
或者係朋友之間嘅愛。
But when we look at that love, that is insufficient. It cannot compare with the great love of
但係
God.
呢啲都係唔係滿足完美嘅，直到我哋係望到神嘅愛先
Because
係最完
God
美。
Himself is love.
一上帝自己本身就係
His
愛，
very nature is love.
佢嘅本質本性就係愛啦。
He even loves Lucifer who betrayed him.
佢甚至愛呢個出賣佢嘅路石普。
Love can only function, think about it, if one is free to love. It is a choice.
我話只有一個人有自由咁愛，咁啊先至可以發揮出嚟。呢個係一個選擇嚟嘅。
If a bride were told by her future husband, "You're going to marry me or I will kill you."
於是如果有一日呢個新娘就話同個新郎講話嚇，如果你唔嫁我呢，有一日我要殺咗你。
Do you think that she's going to feel very loving towards him?
哇！你覺得呢個咁嘅新娘會覺得好被愛啊？
Do you think she's going to say, "Oh, of course, honey, I love you. Otherwise, you're going to kill me"?
佢會咁答啦，梗係愛你啦。如果唔係你殺咗我
That's not true love, right?
呢個唔係真愛係咪？
She might say that to survive. She might say that until she gets somebody to protect her.
佢可能咧係口裏邊咁認啫，直到佢揾到人保護之後咧，佢就唔會咁講噶啦。
But true love can only be exercised under absolute freedom.
只有真正嘅自由裏邊，先至有真正嘅愛。
You have to have the opportunity not to love
因為你有咁嘅權力係選擇唔去愛，
in order to truly love.
以致呢個先至係真真正正嘅愛。
So had God prevented Lucifer's existence, he would be stopping choice.
如果上帝阻止路石普嘅存在嘅話咧，佢就係阻止佢有選擇能力啊嘛。
In other words, God would be manipulating his creation.
即係話上帝喺度控制緊佢嘅創造物喎。
I'm only going to create the people who are going to end up loving me.
哇！咁樣控制之後咧，佢哋先至回應我嘅愛。
And I will make sure I will not create the people who are going to turn against me.
我要做啲人咧，佢唔會反對我嘅。
That's manipulation.
呢個就係控制啊！
That's like being a king who says, "You tell me everything I want to hear."
正如一個皇帝話：嗱，你哋講啲嘢冚唪唥都我中意聽㗎嚇。
Because if you don't, I will shoot you, or I will kill you, or I will put you in jail.
但係如果你唔聽我講，唔係講啲取悅我嘅話咧，我就會殺害你。
That's not being loved,
呢個就唔係愛百姓啦嘛。
and that's not loving from the part of the king.
亦都代表上嗰個皇帝都唔係真正愛佢嘅子民。
Obviously, this implies a humongous risk.
咁即係話代表有好大嘅風險啊！
Because God is willing to make people who can choose not to love Him.
即係話上帝做啲人係可以選擇唔愛佢嘅喎。
He's willing to make people who can become enemies, His own enemies.
哇！佢係選擇有啲人可以選擇係變成上帝嘅敵人喎。
But it's a little bit like parents having children.
正如我哋父母啦，有啲孩子們啦。
The difference is we parents do not know the future but God does.
當然我哋做父母嘅唔知道孩子將來，只有上帝知道。
But every parent that has a child expects that child and hopes for that child, for the best in that child.
當然每個父母咧都係期望細蚊仔係最好嘅。
But sometimes that child makes bad choices.
但有陣時佢哋選擇錯誤，
And sometimes those choices are very hurtful.
而呢啲選擇係非常之傷痛㗎。
Now, if you had known that, would you still have had that child?
咁你話我早知就係咁，你估你都係會唔會再生呢啲孩子啊？
You see how wise God is?
你睇下上帝
He
幾
does
聰
not
明。
give us the opportunity to know the future in that sense.
哇！你睇下上帝唔讓我哋知道我哋孩子嘅
But
將來喎。
he does know the future. He does know how we're going to turn out.
上帝老早知道我哋會結果係變成點樣嘅。
Now, to the other question, well, as soon as he turned bad, why didn't God destroy him?
既然已經係轉壞咗啦，點解上帝唔毀滅佢咧？
Had God destroyed Lucifer, others would have had doubts or they would have lived in fear.
佢話：如果上帝嗰個時候就係毀滅咗呢個路西堡，其他生靈就會存着懷疑，同埋
In other
生活喺
words,
恐懼裏邊啦。
Angels would get together and say, "Oh, we better really do exactly what God expects, otherwise."
你想象下啦，啲天使就話：我哋一定要聽話吧，如果咪就會被斬頭啦。
And would that actually be then loving God out of freedom? Or would that be loving God because you're forced by the
咁
circumstances?
呢一種咁嘅愛係出於愛啊，定係因為環境做到你被逼要去愛咧？
You have to understand that Lucifer was able to deceive a third of the angels of heaven.
哇！你諗下啦，呢個路西堡佢可以呃到天上1/3咁多嘅天使喎。
That's a huge amount.
哇！好多咧。
And angels are smarter than we are.
天使比我哋更加聰明㗎。
But so that shows the capacity to lie that the devil has.
你諗下，原來佢呢個謊話嗰種嘅能力係幾咁致命啊！
He has a great ability to twist the truth.
佢有非常之大嘅能力可以將真相係扭曲嘅。
So if he had been killed immediately, the other 2/3 would have said, "Ooh, maybe the other angels were right in following him."
哇！原來當時佢被毀滅嘅時候，咁2/3嘅天使就哇！
You see,
3/2嘅天使可能講係真嘅喎。
in heaven, Lucifer wasn't killing anybody.
你睇下，路西堡喺天國都冇殺人啊嘛，
He wasn't destroying people.
佢都冇殺人放火啊，
He wasn't causing any diseases.
又冇帶嚟一啲嘅任何嘅疾病啊。
He was still a glorious angel, beautiful, singing praises to God.
哇！你見到佢仲係咁仲讚用佢美妙聲音係榮耀神喎。
So it would be very hard to figure out that this is an evil person
即係好難想像，哇！原來佢咁邪惡嘅。
because everything about him was perfect on the
我哋
outside.
睇喺外表睇嚟，佢係完美嘅。
God was very wise
上帝
to
好
wait this
聰明
out.
佢係等佢塵埃落定啦。
You know, when it became absolutely clear what Satan was about,
唔應該從我哋係等個事情慢慢去呈現，睇到個真相。
it actually took thousands of years for creation to recognize it.
哇！即係用咗好多千年嘅時間，讓到呢個宇宙明白呢個真相。
When Lucifer killed the Son of God on the cross, that's when everybody realized, oh, now we know what you're about.
哇！原來直接路西堡係將十字架上嘅上帝嘅兒子係殺害嘅時候，佢哋就睇到原來你係咁嘅。
In the meantime, the angel says, let's not keep him around.
於是嗰陣時候咧，嗰啲天使話：哦，唔好將佢保留喺天國咯。
And so they came to this world.
佢去邊啊？就嚟到呢個地球啊嘛。
Now, I know what you're thinking. You're saying, oh, how lucky we are.
哇！真係好彩啦，可能你話咁倒霉嘅，
Why us?
點解唔嚟啊？嚟到我哋呢個地球啊？
Because just at the same time, God was in the process of making this world for human beings.
啊，原來就喺嗰個時間，上帝就喺度設計緊，係準備做緊創造呢個地球啊嘛。
So he figured that this was innocent, naive people he could really get to.
啊，於是呢個撒旦就話：啊，呢班無知嘅人啱啦，害佢哋係啱噶啦。
In Revelation, we read, woe to the inhabitants of the earth and the sea, for the devil has come down to you, having great wrath.
啟示錄就咁講啦，嚇地同埋海有禍了，因為撒旦氣憤憤地下到你們那裏去了。
How did this planet become involved?
咁我哋嗰個地球係點樣參與咗呢個善惡之爭啊？
Well, last Sabbath, we talked about creation and what happened in the Garden of Eden.
上嗰陣時我哋提到呢一個嘅創造下喺伊甸裏邊嘅事件，
And how God the Son was able to walk and talk freely with Adam and Eve.
嗰陣時候上帝與亞當夏娃係共步嘅，
And how he warned them about Satan in that tree in the center of the garden.
亦都提醒警告佢啊，呢個園中間嗰個樹撒旦
He
喺
must
嗰
have
邊。
told them he has some ideas that are not true.
原來佢知道下呢個情況會發生喺呢個樹上面啊。
And he is against God. He believes that God is wrong.
佢哋咧就會點樣啊？覺得上帝係錯嘅，唔啱嘅。
Beware, he has a great capacity to lie.
已經提醒佢哋啦，呢一個撒旦係好叻講大話嘅，佢
Of
對
course.
上帝不滿嘅。
Of course, Adam and Eve didn't know what a lie was.
嗰陣時亞當夏娃都唔知咩叫講大話，
All they knew was truth.
因為佢哋所知嘅淨係真理，
So they were very vulnerable in that
佢
sense.
哋真係好容易被騙喎。
That's why God said, stay away from that tree.
所以上帝就話：嗱，唔好行埋去喎。
Because if you get there, he will probably ensnare you.
如果你行近嘅話咧，你就會被引誘到噶啦。
You'll just have to trust me on this.
你一定要信我講嘅説話。
Well, eventually Eve's curiosity got the best of her.
你見到啦，呢個夏娃咧非常之好奇啊。
And Adam was not careful with his own wife and let her roam around.
而呢一個亞當咧，佢冇好好咁地照顧啊，讓個太太係點樣啊離開咗佢身邊。
And suddenly she was faced with a serpent that talked.
呢個時候佢見到一條會講話嘅蛇喎。
I like this picture because the artist paints a face of surprise.
我好中意呢幅圖畫，因為見到呢個夏娃佢係一個好詫異嘅眼神面容。
You can talk?
你識講嘢㗎？
Wow. I've met all the animals, and there are some smart ones, but I have never met somebody who talked.
哇！我見好多動物啦，但冇一個動物好似你識講嘢嘅你。
Who talked perfect Cantonese.
哇！啲廣東話好標準喎。
So the serpent's smarter than I am. I can't speak it.
醒目過我哋嘅主講人啦，佢唔識講廣東話。
And that caught her attention, obviously.
於是就吸引佢注意力啦。
Has God indeed said, you shall not eat of every tree of the garden?
蛇對女人說：上帝豈是真說，你不可吃園中任何樹上所出的嗎？
Now the woman was not dumb. She was a smart woman.
有呢個女士都幾聰明啊，夏娃，
and she had perfect memory.
佢記憶力都好好。
And the woman said to the serpent, We may eat the fruit of the trees of the garden, but of the fruit of the tree which is in the midst of the garden, God has said, You shall not eat of it, nor shall you touch it, lest you die.
女人對蛇說：園中樹上的果子我們都可以吃，只是園子中間那棵樹的果子，上帝曾說：你們不要吃，也不可摸，免得你們死。
Then the serpent said to the woman, You will not surely die.
蛇對女人說：你不一定死。
That's a direct contradiction to what God had said.
呢個就係同上帝講嘅話係啱啱相反嘅。
Eve, when she heard that, she should have turned around and run.
其實夏娃聽到嘅時候應該就掉頭就跑㗎啦，
Because that is a direct contradiction to what God
因為
said.
佢講嘅嘢係同神係完全相反㗎嘛。
And that should have been enough.
夠啦，聽夠咯
But she was too intrigued by this talking serpent.
喎，但係被呢個識講嘅蛇吸引住啊！
God had never said, you cannot touch it. He says, don't go to the tree and don't eat of the fruit.
嗰個上帝淨係話叫唔去到個樹嗰邊唔好食喎，
She added the part, don't touch it.
而佢自己加都話唔好摸個果子。
Probably because the serpent was handling the fruit
啊，可能原因就係呢一個嘅蛇仔摸緊
and
嗰隻果
probably
子，
eating it. Chomp,
食
chomp.
埋添，好好味啊！
And while he was eating, then he would talk with her.
哇，一路食一路同夏娃傾偈。
And all she could see is that because the serpent eats the fruit, the serpent can talk.
哇！佢就咁諗啦，既然嗰個蛇係食緊個果，所以佢識講嘢啦
So she
嘛。
must have thought, whoa, what could happen to me if I eat of the fruit?
咁佢諗下，啊，如果我食呢個果子，我會變成更加點樣呢？
But he contradicted. God says, you will not die, you will not die.
但係佢就講相反話，你不一定死啊！撒旦咁講。
If you were to die, wouldn't I be dead?
佢話：如果真係會死，而家我食咗，我死先啦，係
I'm
咪啊
not？dead.
我冇死到喎，撒
I'm
旦。
very much alive.
你睇我活生生，
I'm eating of the fruit.
我食緊呢個果子，
I'm talking to you.
我同你傾偈啊！
You think you're smart?
哇！你唔覺得我好醒
I'm
目啊？
just as smart.
哇！你睇下我幾醒目。
So what the devil did is he bombarded her with sensory experience.
所以佢就係用呢一個嘅五官嚟攻擊佢啊！
And all she could see is with her senses. Oh, look at this, hear this, feel that.
所以你諗下，佢當時啊睇下、聽下、摸下，哎呀，真係好喎！
And then the devil added something. For God knows that in the day you eat of it, your eyes will be open.
跟住佢加鹽加醋啦，佢話上帝知道你吃啲日子眼睛就開了。
The implication was, look, I'm not supposed to eat of this fruit either, but look at me. My eyes are open. Look at
佢
me.
嘅意思都係話你睇啦，其實我都唔應該食嘅。咁望下我，如果食咗之後幾醒啊我！
And then he said, you will be like God, knowing good and evil.
你就會像上帝一樣知道善惡啦。
Now here's the way, this is textbook evidence of how the devil lies.
你睇下呢一個就撒旦係點嘅欺騙法。
He lies while he tells you the truth.
佢係講緊真嘢嘅時候，其實佢講緊假話。
You will be like God. That is true.
佢話你會像上帝係咪真㗎？
In the sense that you will know good and evil. That is true.
嚇，呢個亦都係真喎。你知道善同埋惡，上帝就知道善同埋惡
But
啊
in
嘛。
that context, what he means to say is you're going to be something special.
咁喺個喺個背景裏邊，佢就講出你變成好特別
You're
㗎
going to
啦。
have a higher experience than you experience now.
就係你會經歷一啲比你而家所經歷嘅更高層次
The
㗎啦。
implication is that knowing good is not good enough.
即係話俾你聽，淨係知道善唔夠㗎。
Good and evil is really something.
哇！加善加惡咁先至最精彩啦嘛！
Man, he knows how to lie.
佢真係識講大話。
He tells the truth. He tells a lie while telling the truth.
佢原來就係講緊真話裏邊，其實係講緊個假話。
And the Bible says she also gave to her husband with her, and he ate.
哇！聖經話，她與她嘅給她同一起嘅丈夫，她也吃了。
Since they chose to sin,
既然
they
佢
chose to sin. It
既
became part of their nature.
佢既然選擇咗犯罪，呢個罪就變成佢哋本性啦。
In other words, they were transformed immediately.
即係話佢哋當時馬上改變咗。
Instead of naturally trusting God, they naturally distrusted God.
即係話佢哋本嚟係好自然相信上帝，呢一刻佢哋自然就唔相信上帝啦。
Instead of naturally turning to God, they naturally turned to their new master, the devil.
哇！原來佢應該嗰陣時佢係可以係聽神嘅話，而家佢哋馬上自然地咧就係聽咗個新嘅主人撒旦。
That's the nature of sin.
呢個就係犯罪嘅性情啦。
That is why God has gone through so much to eradicate it.
就係話上帝用咗咁多機會、咁多嘅功夫，係為咗要改變我哋呢個罪。
Because if sin is allowed to exist, it will destroy everything in its path.
哇！原來就喺罪繼續存在嘅時候，就會毀壞、毀滅所有嘅一切啊！
So Adam and Eve were expelled from the garden so they wouldn't become immortal sinners.
咁佢就被驅逐到出呢個花園裏邊，以致佢哋唔會成為唔會死嘅罪人啊！
Why, you may ask?
咁話點解咁做？
Because in the garden there was another tree called the tree of life.
因為喺呢個伊甸園裏邊有另外一棵樹喎。
And as long as they had access to that tree, they could live forever.
嗰個就係生命樹，如果我哋食咗嘅話，佢哋永遠長存㗎。
So God says, no, it is not good for you to live forever as sinner.
佢話你既然喺個罪人繼續咁存活係唔好一件事。
Yet God provided them instant help and a far-reaching promise.
而上帝為佢即時提供嘅幫助同埋深遠嘅一個承諾。
Oh, the goodness of God.
呢個就係神嘅美善。
The promise is in Genesis 3:15.
呢個就係創世記3章15節
I
嘅
will
應
put
許。
enmity, distance between you, Satan, and the woman, and between your seed and her seed.
佢話我要使你和女人彼此為仇，你的後裔和女人嘅後裔也彼此為仇。
He shall crush your head. In other words, the seed of the woman will crush the serpent's head, and you shall bruise his heel.
他要傷你的頭，你要傷他的腳跟。
Okay, you got it? Sorry. And then God told them how he would redeem them.
跟住上帝就解釋話佢點樣會救贖翻佢哋。
Think about it. God could have had a fit. You know what I mean? He could have gotten very angry at them.
其實上帝可以當時好嬲怒，係咪啊？
He could have said, how could you betray me so quickly?
哇！咁快你就出賣我咯
Didn't I tell you not to go to the tree?
喎！咪老早話你聽唔好行埋去嗰棵樹啦。
Didn't I tell you not to eat of the fruit?
都話叫你唔好食嗰棵樹啦，老早講
Look at
咗。
you now.
你睇下你而家咁嘅樣，
He didn't do that.
但上帝冇咁做。
He says, I'm going to limit the devil's power over you.
我就會限制撒旦對你哋嘅壞影響。
I'm going to create a buffer zone called choice.
我就會有一個嘅緩衝區俾你哋去選擇。
If you want to cry out for help, if you choose to do that, then you will have victory over this deceiver.
如果你係呼求幫助嘅話咧，你係會勝過呢一個嘅説謊者。
But on your own, you will not be able to defeat him.
但係靠住你自己力量，你冇辦法勝過佢㗎。
And I promise you, I will send a deliverer. I will send one who will finally destroy him.
我亦都會差派一位，至終會毀滅呢一個撒旦。
And he will be the son of a woman, of Eve.
呢個係會將成為呢一個女人，即係夏娃嘅後代。
Now remember I told you that she could probably have up to 500 children.
我之前同你講過㗎啦，夏娃嘅身體可以令到佢可能生500個孩子。
I imagine for the first 50 or 60 or 100, every time she gave birth, she wondered, oh, is this the Messiah?
哎呀，可能咧，我諗住佢生第50個或者第100個細蚊仔，呢個係咪就係嗰個救世主啊？
And then God told them what it would cost to do this.
佢亦都會解釋到，譬如呢一個付出嘅代價係幾咁大。
And it says life for life.
原來就係用生命換生命。
It will cause the death of the Son of God, the very Son that Satan was envious of. It will cause his death to save you.
原來就係會令到呢一個撒旦所妒忌呢個係嘅上帝嘅兒子嘅生命，以致你有生命啊！
And God proceeded to kill an animal.
上帝就係點樣去殺一個動物？
For Adam and his wife, the Lord God made tunics of skin and clothed them.
耶和華上帝用獸皮做衣服給亞當同埋他的妻子穿。
So he showed them what it would take for them to live.
佢就話俾佢聽，係為讓佢哋能夠存活，就可以有啲咩嘅取代啦。
I can only imagine that Adam and Eve were terribly, terribly broken-hearted about all
我
this.
真係可以好深深咁了解、想像到佢兩個係非常之痛哭
They
難
must
過。
have fallen on the ground and cried like babies and wished for anything to be able to undo what they had done.
佢哋可能就係覺得好羞恥，佢哋痛哭流淚，真係好希望過去嘅做錯嘅嘢，佢冇做到就好啦。
But it was too late. They made the choice.
太遲啦，佢哋做咗個選擇。
They gave their wills to that serpent, which is Satan in the form of a serpent.
佢哋係將個意志力交咗俾呢一個嘅撒旦，就係用蛇嚟表現出嚟嘅撒旦啊！
And so they began to understand the high cost of not trusting in
佢
God.
哋開始明白唔相信上帝嘅時候嗰種嘅高嘅代價。
And all throughout the Bible, you see the stories of sacrificial animals symbolizing the Son of God who would one day die
所
for
以
us.
聖經裏邊就提到好多呢個獻祭，就代表預表主耶穌基督呢一個嘅代罪羔羊。
Last question, what is the destiny of the devil?
最後一個問題係魔鬼嘅命運將係點啊？
According to Revelation, the devil who deceived them was cast into the lake of fire and brimstone.
聖經裏邊就係那迷惑他們的魔鬼被扔在硫磺的火湖裏。
So the devil will be destroyed.
所以撒旦至終係被毀
The
滅。
devil and his angels, in another verse it says, his angels too.
亦都係包括埋佢嘅天使跟從者，亦都係被毀滅啦。
One of my favorite verses is this obscure little text in the Old Testament.
呢個對我好特別有興趣，就係話你們籌劃何種計謀攻擊耶和華。
Nahum 1:9, what do you conspire against the Lord?
佢話拿鴻書就問啦：你哋籌劃何種計謀係攻害上帝呢？
He will make an utter end of it. Affliction will not rise up a second time.
上帝必終結一切，仇敵不會再度興
And
起。
that's not because it cannot rise up a second time.
呢個唔係代表係唔可以再次興起呢一個
Throughout
罪。
eternity, the possibility of sin coming back will always be there.
其實喺永恆裏邊，呢一個再犯罪嘅可能性仲有嘅。
But God, who knows the future, assures us that it will not happen.
但上帝知道永恆永遠嘅終結嘅時候，佢保證我哋係一切嘅罪惡
And
會
the
終結。
reason it will not happen is because every one of us will choose for that not to happen.
點解唔會再度興起呢個仇敵呢？原因就話我哋選擇咗唔再犯罪。
We will want to trust God and we will rather die than not trust Him.
我哋係願意信靠信任佢，情願死咗，我哋都係希望要信靠神嘅。
The devil brought evil and suffering, but God will destroy both at the end.
佢話魔鬼帶嚟邪惡同埋痛苦，但上帝會在最後將呢兩樣嘢都一齊摧毀。
Now, I know I could finish this story right here, but I need to tell you 5 more minutes.
我用多5分鐘嘅時間。
Because the question is, how do you deal with sin today?
咁我可能你就話：今日我點樣面對罪惡啊？
Is there any help when you're tempted?
佢話：當我受到試探嘅時候點辦呢？
Yes, there is help.
佢話有幫助嘅。
Take notes on this one.
我哋睇睇呢一個章
1
節。
Corinthians 10:13.
我哋哥林多前書10章13
No
節。
temptation has overtaken you except such as is common to
你
man.
們所受的考驗，無非是人所承受得
But
了。
God is faithful, who will not allow you to be tempted beyond what you're able.
佢話上帝是信實的， 他不會讓你遭受無法承受的考驗。
But with the temptation will also make the way of escape that you may be able to bear it.
佢在受考驗的時候，總會給你們開一條出路，讓你哋能忍受得。
So God says, yes, there will be temptation.
個上帝話係會有考驗，
But you're not alone.
但你唔會孤單嘅，
You can ask for help.
你可以求幫助。
Besides, God will not allow you to be tempted beyond what He knows you can handle.
而上帝佢會係因住你嘅能力，佢唔會讓你嘅試探係超過佢俾你嘅能力嘅。
That's why some people who are very close to God are severely tempted.
所以有啲人係好親近神嗰啲，佢哋受到嘅試驗係好大嘅。
Because God knows that they have such a solid relationship with Him that they can handle that much temptation.
因為上帝知道佢同神嘅關係好好，以致一個咁嚴酷嘅考驗，佢哋係可以勝過。
How do you overcome temptation?
你點勝過誘惑？
Well, first of all, remember, you're not the only one who's ever been tempted on this.
嗱，記住啦，你唔係地球上面唯一被試探誘惑個人，
Other people are tempted like you are.
其他好多人都好似你咁樣係遭遇過呢個誘惑，
And other people have succeeded.
而其他人亦都有成功嘅例子喎。
And you can too.
咁你都得。
Number two, God won't allow the temptation to be greater than what you can bear.
第二點就上帝唔會允許呢個誘惑係超過你能夠承擔嘅。
Number three, He will provide a way of escape.
第三，佢會提供個逃避、逃出嘅一個方法。
In other words, if you run to Him, if you turn to Him, He will say, here's your escape door.
所以如果你係尋求神嘅幫助嘅時候，佢話俾你聽，出路喺嗰度。
I have experienced that many times, and I'm sure many of you have too.
我自己個人經歷過好多次，我相信在座都有咁嘅經
When
歷。
you're tempted, if you turn to God, the temptation eases after only 2 or 3 seconds.
好多時你受試探、誘惑嘅時候，嗰一刻係幾分鐘之後就會過啦。
What is the way of escape?
咁我哋係有咩逃離嘅方式呢？
The Bible, this is what the Bible says. I'm going to give you 4 verses.
聖經裏邊我只舉出4個嘅章節，
Look at the common denominator in these 4.
你睇下個共通嘅詞句喺邊度啊？
Paul says in 1 Corinthians 6, flee sexual
佢
immorality.
話保羅喺哥林多前書就逃離不道德嘅性行為。
In 1 Corinthians 10, flee from
第二
idolatry.
節佢亦都係咁講，第二個章節都話逃離偶像崇拜。
In 1 Timothy 6, flee these things. And the context is greed, money.
呢個咧帖撒羅尼迦前書亦都話逃離呢啲貪婪，即係話貪心啊。
2 Timothy 2, flee youthful lusts.
第4個章節帖撒羅尼迦後書就咁講話，逃離年輕的情慾。
So what's the one word that keeps going over and over?
有邊個字係時時出現㗎？
Flee.
逃離啊！
Don't hang around the temptation.
唔好黐住嗰啲嘅試
Don't
探。
stay by and hope that it will flee. You need to flee.
佢話唔係時啲試探會走㗎啦，唔係，係你自己要快啲走。
But the question is where? Where do you flee?
咁問題走去邊？
Where do you go?
走去邊度喎？
The answer is right here.
答案
Hebrews
就
4.
係希伯來書4章。
We do not have a high priest who cannot sympathize with our weaknesses, but was in all points tempted as we are, yet without sin.
佢話因為我們有個大祭司並非不能體諒我們的軟弱，他也在各方面受過試探，與我們一樣，只是他沒有犯罪。
Our high priest, Jesus Christ, he was severely tempted.
我哋嘅大祭司佢係被嚴酷地係好嚴重地受過試探，
Overcame temptation every time.
佢嘅大試探裏面每次佢都勝過喎。
Let us therefore come boldly to the throne of grace that we may obtain mercy and find grace to help in time of need.
佢話：所以我哋只管坦然無懼來到施恩嘅寶座前，為要得憐憫蒙恩惠作及時的幫助。
So where do you flee?
所以我哋逃離邊度去邊度啊？
To him.
就係去耶穌。
To him.
耶穌。
And how do you go to him? He's in heaven.
耶穌喺天上，點樣逃離去佢嗰度啊？
You don't take the MTR.
你唔坐地鐵㗎噃，
You pray.
你祈禱，
And you get there through prayer.
所以你藉著祈禱就可以去到上帝
And you
嗰度。
say, I come to you Lord.
你話主啊，我嚟到你面
I
前，
need help. I am about to fall.
我差唔多要跌倒啦，我要你幫我啊！
Please help me.
請你幫我啦，
Deliver me.
拯救我。
And in seconds, the
Yeah.
power of that attraction, that temptation dissipates.
就係幾秒鐘裏邊，一個個試探嗰個引誘嘅力量係會消失啊！
In James, we read, therefore, submit to God. Resist the devil, and he will flee from you.
佢話雅各書裏邊話，所以你們要順服上帝，要抵擋魔鬼，魔鬼就必逃避你們啊！
See, that's the key. Submit to God. Go to God.
哇！呢度就話去到上帝面前，
Keep the devil waiting.
佢話咧遠離抵擋魔鬼，
And eventually he will go away.
遲早佢都會逃避你哋啊！
When Jesus will welcome us in heaven,
耶穌基督會歡迎我哋去天家。
he will say, well done, you faithful servant.
佢話你係良善忠心嘅僕人，
And he will call all of us overcomers.
佢會呼召我哋呢班係戰勝者。
And God will wipe away every tear from their eyes.
上帝要擦去他們一切的眼淚，
And there shall be no more death, nor sorrow, nor crying.
不再有死亡，也不再有悲哀哭號。
There shall be no more pain, for former things, the former things have passed away.
佢話也不再有痛苦，因為先前嘅事都過去啦。
So, the devil brought evil and suffering, yes, but God will destroy both
係
at
真
the
嘅。
end.
魔鬼帶嚟邪惡同埋痛苦，但上帝會喺最後將呢兩樣都一併摧毀。
And that's our lesson tonight.
呢個就係我哋今晚嘅信息。